Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Smoke Room. We just had a fun conversation with Blythe. They're still alive. They made it out of the spider hole. It's been a while since that one, right? It's been I forgot they were there. I'll be honest with you guys. We're gonna catch up with folks, figure out what we're doing. Maybe the town will be set on fire. I hope so. I just think that's exciting. I just think it's exciting to see an entire town ablaze. Murdoch is taking pictures of the barricade while Ralph sits on the crate, still watching Neil and Ruben go at the man in uniform.
We can probably head over to the hip now.
I saw you come from the same direction as Sheriff Adler. Did he explain what was going on?
He just said that tension at the mines got a whole lot worse. It seems like the mayor and the guard don't want anybody getting out of town before they catch the arsonist.
Murdoch turns to me, clicks a button on his camera, then slides a knob with his digit. That might explain why the streets are so empty.
It doesn't sound like much of a plan for a city built on tunnels. And a lake
annexing? Okay.
Rivers.
Maybe they think that they have them cornered.
I wouldn't bet on it, considering all of the ways you could escape from town without the train.
I make a double take when the rat says that.
Are you saying you know ways out of town?
Of course. He grimaces.
You didn't think I stocked all my goods by train, did you? Well, all things considered, we'll all most likely be showing up for work tomorrow like usual. Even with the barricades and the military men crawling around.
He shrugs.
Things have been worse. And it's not like I have anywhere else to be at the moment. If it's a slow day, they still have to pay me by the hour.
I wouldn't anticipate a slow day if the guard starts coming at us for their supplies.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think I'm going to take those two to the saloon before they start a shouting match.
I don't need a shout when the right tone is sufficient.
He was completely ridiculous. Now lead the way. You remember where it is? I can see it from here.
Just checking.
We were there just yesterday. Don't test my intelligence again.
Ruben whistles and follows along.
Excuse me. In fairness, it was just yesterday. I thought the gentry was supposed to offer little treats when the serving class was helpful. Oh, please. If I made others feel half as put upon as they do, Echo would have skinned me by now. That sounds like something the gentry might say.
Jim regards Ralph for a moment.
Don't you have Murdoch?
You don't? Wait. I can do it, guys. I can do it. Shut up. Shut up. It's fine. It's early in the morning for me.
Don't you have Murdoch make you coffee each morning before you can get out of bed?
Ralph looks enraged.
French press. French press makes 2 cups. It's more efficient with only one of us in the kitchen at a time. It just makes sense. You might want to wean yourself off the stuff if you can't rise without making Murdoch hand-deliver you like soup from his grandmother. There are healthy alternatives. I hear water's all the rage these days.
Ralph stands up.
Anyway, I ought to get settled in our room if we have to hunker down for the night. That woman will let us book without your presence, right?
I'm sure she will, but I'll be along soon.
Don't be too long. Neil can't be helpful when he's can be helpful when he's in the right mood.
Jim follows the footsteps of his companions toward the saloon, and it isn't long until he disappears through the front door.
Why the hell you tell him about the coffee?
I think you're right, though. It does make sense for only one person in the kitchen at a time, and I don't drink to.
Shut up, Murdoch. I think what he's saying is maybe you could make the coffee first. His cups are stronger.
Ralph's stern expression doesn't change.
Regardless, I don't think Holly's wild ride needs to know anything about my business.
I don't think I've seen a man win a spar as hard as Jim just had ever before in my life. Well, I'm sorry he was rude, but should we keep everyone waiting? We need to start planning about how to get through the night. I want to check the house to see if Dahlia is there and pick her up. And I scratch the back of my head while it still hurts, where it still hurts sometimes. Are you well, Sam? He's giving me a look, which tells me my emotions must have looked aggressive.
You really want to split up right now?
I won't feel comfortable making any plans without knowing where's Dahlia has gone or what she's up to.
Holly said that the first place she'd stop in is the house.
And I see her every day. Surely I'll be fine. Besides, Grandma will be with her anyway, so it's not like she could pull theatrics, even if she wanted to.
Why don't you go with him, Ralph?
Murdoch's a big boy, Captain Ayers. I think he could brave the horrors of his childhood home. Murdoch turns his back. He's already walking.
I'm serious. Something could happen. That goes for any of yous who travels by ourselves.
Any of yous? Us? Us. I think that's supposed to be us. Either that or I just don't understand sentences. Which, 95% chance. But,
Need me to come and hold the white of your tail, Murdy?
Fuck off.
And there you have it.
He makes a gesture with his arm and wrist before he takes a step backwards and bows. Okay. One, we're not going to try, but okay, man. I don't know what the fuck he just said. Punch him. It'll be funny.
Bless you.
Just let him know. Just let him do what he's going to do.
If it says it won't be long, then it won't be long. How long is won't be long?
Fuck if I know. 20, 30 minutes or so.
I'll give him 25 to get back to the hip.
That's funny, then. You don't strike me as the needy type.
I'm not needy.
Sam. Okay.
Maybe you just loathe the prospect of spending any one-on-one time with me.
Yes.
You didn't even hesitate.
I know.
Why don't you tell me how you really feel over a pint if we have time to spare?
You buying?
What? You can't even afford your own drinks?
I have a tab that comes out of my pay for a discount, but he doesn't need to know that.
I don't exactly have leisure money to squander. Think about it this way. If everybody does end up killing one another by tomorrow, you'd be awfully upset not to drink because of spare change you died before you could use.
Or you could pay for the drink. Since you're being difficult.
He sighs. How about I pay for you this time, and you pay for me next time?
How do you know there's going to be a next time?
Then you won't have anything to worry about. Now come along. I can't bear to be sober for another moment.
His long legs make his strides quick. I can barely keep up with them as we head our way into the saloon. When we make our way inside, here, let me adjust the sound mixer. There we go. So you can guys actually hear the piano. When we make our way inside, the tall red ears of a squirrel are pointing back at us. Oh, right, Scarlett. Right, there was other girlies. Right, other than Ethel. You know, our favorite character. Ah, Mr. Ayers. Cynthia said you'd be on your way, love. I don't know why I expected to see Cynthia at the front desk, considering she was working the wedding today. Scarlett's Caladornia? Okay. Accent sounds particularly thick today. She said she's ready to see you whenever you're ready, but told you not to rush.
We're waiting on somebody else to get here first. Did our, gentleman, a party of 3, manage to book a room?
Aye, though they were lucky to. Only the presidential parlor, and that one's almost never checked out. Though I can't for the life of me figure out why we're this booked on a weekend. A weekday, sorry.
Did you hear about the manor?
Aye.
And the trains?
Aye.
Then that'll be it.
We've had worse.
I keep hearing that.
She blinks and nods, repeating herself. Aye. Okay, girl.
Ain't worried at all.
To speak plainly, sir, I'm proper unfazed. I'm not one for speculations that causes more harm than good, nor giving strangers more good than harm, if they don't know my pay grade, if you know what I mean. She shrugs. Till we know what's what, then all I plan to do is bunker down. You going up with him? She changes the subject, looking at Ralph.
Lord, no. I'm just here for a drink.
Let me lead you to a seat then. I'll set you up a tab.
He said he'd buy me a drink.
A seat at the bar it is then. She grabs a folder beneath the desk and guides me and Ralph over to the high stools. What'll it be?
Where's Harlan?
Obviously elsewhere, not being paid. If I saw him again, he'd probably ask the same thing about you, considering your other endeavors the last week. Now what'll be, lads? I take a look around me. For a saloon that's booked, it feels odd that Benton's playing to a mostly empty house. Ah, live music. Everyone must be shuttered up in their rooms.
He's paying, so I'll have what he's having.
Just a pint from the tap. Any brown ale will do. Good choice. Hearty, but not too rich. She's quick about the pour. The pour, yes. Placing 2 glass mugs beside us. By all means, don't be afraid to ask for more. Since we're fully booked, the only way we're making money tonight is from the tap or the bump. But if fellas aren't shy with the former, I have very little faith about the latter.
Let's just assume it's gonna be an odd night.
The squirrel shrugs and returns to the station, straightening some folders beneath the counter. I sip some of my beer. I don't love the taste, but it takes a lot of this stuff for me to feel much of anything. I should have ordered whiskey instead. Politeness be damned. You should relax.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I mean, you just gulped down half a pint.
I won't feel it much. I'll relax when Murdoch is back.
You really are that scared of Holly.
You aren't?
I've known her much too long to think her scary. I respect her much in a way I respect sharks in the ocean. You leave them be and they won't take a bite out of you. Probably.
Though I bet you'd be tickled to know we used to be friendly.
I put down my glass.
You heckling me? No heckles in sight, I'm afraid. She was in charge of watching Seamus that day. What day? You know what day. July 4th, 1905. But she really wanted to go to that party. Then you didn't. I had no reason to socialize with Jim Sterling. I had eyes on another fox at the time. And I had need of one of Holly's legendary favors, as was her way in the bargaining of things.
He sips his beer and doesn't look at me. I sip more of mine in kind to pretend that I don't pick up on the bitterness, or that I don't feel a new twinge of possessiveness, even for something that happened a long time ago.
So who fucked up? The friendship with Holly, I mean.
He puts his glass down.
I didn't say we were ever friends, just said we were friendly. But we both did. She lost sight of him by handing him off to me. I lost sight of him by picking the wrong game. The game where you lose sight of people. The game where you hide your flag in a goddamn log and hide in a goddamn tree, not hop onto a goddamn boat.
The music stops briefly.
You alright over there?
Are you alright over there, gentlemen?
Just a healthy dose of rage, darling.
Aye, some nights, that's just the way to be. Need something stronger?
Why the hell not? Bourbon, if you please. For the both of us.
I'm not turning down free bourbon. Scarlett comes over to fetch a bottle and new glasses as Ralph drains his beer. Really drains, okay. Looking a little less stiff.
You mentioned you did this, for a favor. Watching the brother, I mean.
Ralph chops as he's poured a glass of much stronger stuff.
What? You want to know? I don't need to. I don't need it.
Need to, yes. I take a sip of my bourbon. It's really smooth.
But I'm curious now.
He twists his drink, then sips, then puts his drink down.
I wanted her to quit the piano.
I snort.
That's specific. If she quit, her parents would let mine buy it off of them. Then I could practice whatever I liked at my place, instead of hers.
He takes a sip, bigger this time.
I'm sorry that didn't work out. No, it did. I got the piano. She had quit music anyway. So did Murdoch, or so I had thought. Turns out he had just turned to picking away in private, yes, rather than performances. These days, I think he just does it to impress other boys.
He gives me a straightened smile and then downs the rest of his glass.
At least that's, At least that's working out for him. But yeah, I'm not scared of Holly. If anything, if she's anything like her brother, she still feels guilty. The guilty strangle.
Yes, to be ruthless. Struggle, not strangle. Don't worry about that.
The guilty struggle to be ruthless, at least from my experience. But then again, I hear guilt is something you can bury. I might be understanding her again.
We hear a small thud as Scarlett brings out another pair of glasses. I don't mind you getting sloshed here, love, but I can tell you're already there, so have some water. When she walks away, the rat glares at the newest glass. He taps his long finger on it, letting his nail click for a bit. Then he folds it over the carpet. Holds it over the carpet, sorry. Tips it slowly, and pours it all out.
So clumsy.
He stands.
I'm gonna piss off and wander about mindlessly a bit until misfortune makes me remember how to think. You just enjoy your drink.
He hobbles away with a stagger. I check the clock on the wall. It's only been 15 minutes since Murdoch left. So much for killing time with conversation. I don't want to leave Ruff alone, but I figure he's not dumb enough to go outside by his own, even drunk. Cynthia said she's ready to see me, so it's probably best not to keep her waiting if Murdoch is going to turn up anytime. Anyway, I drain the last of my bourbon, feeling the heat in my cheeks and my core, then get up.
No, I'm ready to go up, Scarlet. I'm just gonna clean up first.
Right, don't worry about your glasses, I'll get them.
No, I mean, I know where the kitchen is.
Please, Sam, I'm bored out of my skull. I refuse to question that, leaving her to it. My vision slants just a bit as I climb up, since I'm in that stage where I'm just a bit giddy, but not exactly tipsy. When I get to her door, I knock with the back of my knuckles. Just 3 raps. One moment. I hear giggles on the other side of the door as it opens with a squeak. It took you long enough. She lowers her voice. Get in. Well, okay. Alright, everyone. I'm gonna end the part here, so I do hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.